Lesson 4 درس الرابع Greetings تحيات
Assalamu alaikum. Greetings and introductions. Greetings. In Arabic, you have to choose between formal and informal ways of greeting people. The greeting you use depends on whom you are addressing. If you are greeting someone you don't know for the very first time, you must use the more formal greetings. On the other hand, if you are greeting an old family friend or a colleague you know well, feel free to use the more informal forms of greeting. You say hello. The formal way of greeting someone in Arabic is Assalamu alaikum, even though it translates into English as hello. It literally means may peace be upon you. Arabic is a very poetic language, so you are going to have to get used to the fact that a lot of the phrases used in everyday life are very descriptive. Using Assalamu alaikum is appropriate when you are greeting a potential business partner, you are at a formal event, dinner or gala, you are meeting someone for the first time. The most common reply to Assalamu alaikum is Wa alaikum assalam, and upon you peace. The phrase Ahlan wa sahlan is a very informal way of greeting a person or group of people. Translated into English, it resembles the more informal hi as opposed to hello. When someone says Ahlan wa sahlan, you should also reply Ahlan wa sahlan. Using the informal Ahlan wa sahlan is appropriate when you are greeting an old friend, you are greeting a family member, you are greeting someone at an informal gathering, such as a family lunch. Although Ahlan wa sahlan is one of the friendliest and most informal greetings in Arabic, you can actually greet someone you know very well, such as a close friend or family member, by simply saying Ahlan, because it's the most informal way of greeting someone in Arabic. Make sure that you use Ahlan only with people you are very comfortable with. Otherwise, you may appear disrespectful, even if you are trying to be friendly. Kinship, family relations, and tribal connections are extraordinarily important to people from the Middle East. In the early period of Islam, they identified themselves as members of one nation, the Ahl al-Islam, kinship of Islam. They greeted each other by identifying themselves as part of the Ahl by saying Ahlan. This is how the phrase Ahlan wa sahlan originated, although today it's simply a friendly way of greeting people. Saying goodbye in Arabic is a little more straightforward than greetings, because even though there are different ways of saying goodbye, they aren't divided into formal or informal options. Here are the most common ways of saying goodbye in Arabic. مع السلامة, go with peace, or goodbye. إلى اللقاء, until next time. إلى الغد, see you tomorrow. Asking what's your name? After you go through the basic greeting procedure, which is covered in the preceding section, you are ready to ask people their names. This task is relatively easy given that you only need to know 2 words. ism, which mean name, and ma, which mean what. If you are addressing a man, you ask ma ismuka, what's your name? When addressing a woman, you ask ma ismuki, what's your name, for female. If you say ma ismuk without using the suffixes a or I at the end of ismuk, you are actually using a gender neutral form, which is perfectly acceptable. You can address both men and women by saying ma ismuk, what's your name? Responding with the possessive my name is. The possessive form is one of the Arabic's easiest grammatical lessons. All you do is add the suffix e to the noun, and voila, you have the possessive form of the noun. For example, to say my name, you add e to ism and get ismi, my name. So to say my name is Amin, all you say is Ismi Amin. It's that simple. How are you doing? After you have greeted someone by saying Ahlan wa Sahlan or Assalamu alaikum, the next part of an Arabic greeting is asking how the person's doing. The most common way of asking someone how he is doing is كيف الحال. When you break down the phrase, you discover that hal means health and كيف means how. The prefix al attached to hal is a definite article, so al-hal means the health. Therefore, the phrase كيف الحال literally means how is the health, but for all intents and purposes, you can translate it into English as how are you. كيف الحال is a gender neutral phrase for asking people how they are doing, but you should also be aware of gender defined greeting terms, which are derivatives of كيف الحال phrase. When addressing a man, use كيف حالك. When addressing a woman, use كيف حالك. Another variation of كيف الحال is كيف حالك. How is your health? Look and listen. انظر واستمع.